He has stolen credit cards, hacked Social Security numbers, robbed banks, and created fake ATMs. And you could learn a lot from him.
And this is Jim Stickley calling from America Credit Union regarding your primary account. In this case, I got a phone number with a name right there and an address right there. You guys want to sign up for a credit card today? Have you ever heard of Bankers Card Services? We basically made up the company name, made up everything. For security purposes, can I verify your Social Security number? Oh, look, we already got somebody. We already nailed them. We have success that quick. And there it is right there. How do you know what's a real ATM and what's just some idiot that just put one out on a corner somewhere? Now she's entering her PIN number in. And at this point, she's already been scammed.
Jim Stickley is the author of the new book. It's called The Truth About Identity Theft. Why Be Me When I Can Be You? We should also point out that his job is to find security flaws before the real criminals find them. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
So how this works, for 15 years, companies and government agencies have hired you to break into their facilities to sort of figure out what their flaws are.
That's exactly right.
It's the greatest job in the world, you say.
It's absolutely, it's the most fun.
And in this effort, you've learned how identity theft works, how security flaws are evident. And, for example, one of the things people are asking now, as we're facing this financial turnaround, this difficulty that we're in, someone might wonder whether we're less vulnerable to identity theft. You're smiling. Why is that?
I mean, I don't think that there's ever going to be a time when we're less vulnerable. I mean, everybody's having a harder time getting credit, for example, but identity thieves have the power of knowing they can steal thousands of accounts and go ahead and submit all of those for applications. And even if some are denied, doesn't matter because they got lots more people to scam out there.
So what is it? We're really people wanting to get credit. We're scared about this. What do we need to know to protect ourselves in this environment?
Oh, man. I mean, the first thing you got to do is protect your Social Security number. I mean, that's absolutely number one. Beyond that, you got to make sure that you're paying attention to where you're applying for credit. If you're getting those pre-approved applications in the mail, make sure you know where they really came from. Make sure that you know it's a legitimate bank. Make sure you do your homework on that.
So do your research on credit card companies.
Absolutely.
Also, you say contact financial institutions about their credit cards. That's a way to make sure that if you got that thing in the mail, that it actually came from them.
Absolutely. I mean, if you have a bank that you're with, apply for credit there first.
And if you don't recognize the bank, that's a bad sign.
That's a very
probably
bad
not
sign.
Right. Now, there's also identity theft by email.
Mm-hmm.
It's called
phishing.
Phishing.
Sure.
And how does that work exactly?
Well, phishing is generally you get an email that says, "Hey, we're sending something from the bank, and we want you to verify your information." But now you have all of these banks that are getting merged with other banks, so everybody's kind of freaking out, doesn't know who even owns them. I mean, look at Wachovia, for example. Who owns Wachovia today? It's a big question mark. Or J.P. Morgan purchasing WAMU.
And so during this financial crisis, you're saying, we could be getting emails they're essentially trying to scam us, trying to take advantage of the fact that there's so much confusion?
Absolutely. And they're sending things like, hey, J.P. Morgan just purchased WAMU, so now here's an email telling you to update your information so you can merge in with J.P. Morgan. Well, people don't have any idea if J.P. Morgan, what their website should look like, and they know that there's this all going on, so they go, oh, okay, and they click the button, put in their confidential information, and now they're scammed.
So, Jim, what should we do when we get something by email? What should we do about it?
Number one, delete the email. If it's legitimate, they're going to contact you through regular mail. They're going to call you. There's going to be more follow-up than just an email. If you absolutely want to trust that email, make sure your name's in there, first and last name, also a part of your account number. Generally, they'll put the last 4 or 5 digits of your account number. That'll let you know it really is somebody that knows who you are.
And last question, you've given us some good information this morning. The last question about these advertisements for free credit reports. Are they legitimate?
I think most of them are kind of a scam because when they say it's going to be free, it's really not. They generally have some sort of hidden fees they tack onto the end. If you want free, go to annualcreditreport.com. That is the only one that is truly free out there.
And how often should we be checking our
If you can check it with them, they'll give you 3. So, for example, you can get one every 4 months, and you can cover your whole year that way for free.
So their bottom line message is be careful. Understand that you should protect always your Social Security number. Delete emails that come from banks. Make sure that whatever you get in the mail is actually from a legitimate place. And maybe you don't want to use the free credit card reports because they're probably not legitimate.
Yeah, annual credit report's free.
Jim Stickley this morning letting us know how to protect ourselves. Thank you for your help.
Sure.